Let's start learning grammar. In the previous video, we learned what is an adverb phrase and how to identify an adverb phrase in a sentence. In this video, we will understand what is an adverb clause, how to identify an adverb clause in a sentence, how to replace an adverb phrase with adverb clause, and how to reduce an adverb clause to modifying adverbial phrases. Now, let's compare these two sentences. So, what do you notice here? In the first sentence, they rested at sunset. The group of words at sunset is answering the question, when did they rest? And in the second sentence, they rested when evening came. So, this group of words, when evening came, is also answering the question, when did they rest? So, can we call these two group of words same? The answer is no, because in the first group of words, at sunset, we do not have subject and verb combination. So, we can call it as phrase. But when we look at this group of words, we have a subject evening and a verb. And that is why it is not a phrase. It is a clause. We have already discussed the difference between a phrase and a clause in the previous video. So here, this particular group of words, as it is modifying the verb rested, it is playing the role of adverb phrase because it does not have a subject and verb combination. And this group of word which is modifying the verb rested is adverbial clause because it has a subject and verb combination. So, what is an adverb clause? An adverb clause is a group of words which contains a subject and a predicate of its own and does the work of an adverb in a sentence. You can also understand this with the help of these two examples. You may sit wherever you like. So this group of words is modifying the verb sit and thus playing the role of an adverb here. And as this group of words contains a subject and a verb combination, so we can call it as adverb clause. Similarly, if you eat too much, you will be ill. So this group of words is playing the role of an adverb in this sentence. And as this group of words contains a subject and a verb combination, so it is an adverb clause. Now let us understand how to replace an adverb phrase by an adverb clause. Examine the following sentences. On his return, we asked him many questions. Can we replace this adverb phrase with an adverb clause? Yes, we can do so by adding a subject and verb in it. But we need to be very careful that we will not change the meaning of a sentence. So, we can write it as when he returned. So, instead of writing this on his return, we can write when he returned, we asked him many questions. Here, we have provided a subject and a verb, and that is why we are able to change an adverb phrase into an adverb clause. Now let's try another one. Do it to the best of your ability. Now replace to the best of your ability with as well as you can. So we can write do it as well as you can. So here we did not have subject and verb combination, and that is why it was an adverb phrase. But here we have a subject and a verb combination, and this is how we can replace an adverb phrase with an adverb clause easily. Let's take one more example. Nobody must expect to become rich without hard work. So we can replace without hard work with unless he works hard. Unless he works hard. Nobody must expect to become rich unless he works hard. So here we did not have subject and verb combination, but we have added the subject he and the verb works, and that is how we have made it an adverbial clause. So I hope now you have understood how to replace an adverb phrase by an adverb clause. Now let's understand how to reduce an adverb clause to modifying adverbial phrase. Just look at this example. While Albert was walking to class, he found 20 rupees on the sidewalk. Now in this sentence, while Albert was walking to class is the adverb clause. It shows the relationship between Albert's walking and when he found 20 rupees. Now, is there a shorter way to express this information? Yes, you can reduce this adverb clause to a modifying adverbial phrase and still convey the same meaning. We can make it while walking to class, Albert found 20 rupees on the sidewalk. Here, while walking to class is an adverbial phrase which describes the subject of the main clause. Now, this is not difficult. You can also do this effortlessly just by following some rules. Now, rule number 1 says the subjects of both the adverb clause and the main clause must be the same, as we noticed in the above example. So here we are talking about Albert and we replaced Albert with the pronoun he here. So what we are going to do? We are going to use same subject for both the clauses, adverb clause and the main clause. Now the second rule says omit the subject of the adverb clause and change the verb to ing form. So we also did the same thing. We omitted Albert and we used the ing or the present participle form of the verb to change it from adverb clause to adverbial phrase. I hope now you have understood how easy it is to change an adverb clause to adverbial phrase. One more thing which you need to remember is if there is a be form of the verb in the adverb clause, omit the subject and omit the be verb. Use only the ing form of the verb or the present participle. And this is how you will be able to get your adverbial phrase in place of adverb clause. Now try reducing these adverb clauses to modifying adverbial phrases in these sentences. After she purchased the shoes, Sarah decided to exchange them for a different color. Now, according to rule number 1, subject of both the adverb clause and main clause should be same. So, we are going to omit she from here and we will change this verb into ing form. So, what we are going to write? We will write after purchasing. we will make it purchasing. So, after purchasing the shoes, Sarah decided to exchange them for a different color. So, this is how we got one subject, Sarah, and we changed our verb from purchased to ing form. And this is how we got an adverbial phrase. Let us take one more example. Before he began the new class, David purchased a textbook and dictionary. As we have to keep in our mind that subject of both the adverb clause and the main clause should be same, that is our subject David. So we can omit he from here and can change our verb began to ing form, that is present participle beginning. And then this adverb clause will become an adverb phrase. Before beginning the new class, David purchased a textbook and dictionary. So this is how we can simply reduce our adverbial clause to modifying adverbial phrases in these sentences. Using modifying adverbial phrases in a sentence is a good way to precisely get your point across fewer words with same meaning. I hope all your questions related to adverb phrases and adverb clauses have been answered effectively. So keep watching and keep learning.